Hello and grüß Gott. This is part 7 of our Stillen Supercharger video for my 2011 Nissan Xterra. Where we last left off, we were looking at how we might do the routing here on these hoses for the engine cooling. And in the manual, it refers to replacing a short line, but it doesn't really give much specifics. So I looked at the picture. I believe this is what they're talking about, putting a line from here up to here, and then a line from here all the way over to down here. It goes through this clamp. And in the book, it shows 2 Adele clamps holding this here. So I'll go to the hardware store and get those because I don't have any in the kit. And we did a check with the leak checker here, and the system seems to have reasonable integrity. So I was just concerned whether or not it might have a gross leak, and it doesn't. It just has a couple of fine leaks where the radiator cap is, for example, and a couple other areas. So we're going to continue a little further with the installation. I will also later be leak checking the intercooler to make sure that it's good, because I don't want to put water into it with radiator fluid and have it run right into my engine if there was a leak. That would not be a good thing. So we'll want to do a final check on that. I'm sure the factory checked all that, but just to be safe. And when I get all the intercooler hooked up, of course, I'll do a check on it as well. So we're going to do that. Now we're going to move to the next step in the manual, which is to start working up here in the front area. So I need to take off this transmission cooler, and we're going to install the intercooler behind it. We're going to bring this out with spacers. So we're going to get started on that here in a minute, and I'll explain to you what we did. Okay, so our next step was to take the transmission cooler off, which we did successfully. And it involves installing these brackets. Now, unfortunately, for the 2011 model, my transmission cooler only has 3 mounting holes, these 3 here. It doesn't have the 4th like they show in their pictures. But that's probably okay. I think we can get by with that. But the other problem is this bracket, even if it's moved all the way over, needs to be slotted out. So I'm going to go machine it out, make the slot bigger so that we can actually install this. Right now it's hitting on the side over here and it won't go in. So I'm going to get that done, and then I'll show you how we installed it. All right, so we took the transmission cooler and moved it from here down to here. The brackets that they gave us needed to be significantly modified. We had to elongate the holes using my end mill on one of the brackets in order to get this thing to fit. And then it would rub against a couple of items in here. So I had to make some little rubber stops that go in there that keep this from moving. So I'm not very happy with this. But we've got it pretty well done, and now we're ready to install the intercooler assembly. It's going to go right here. So we've kind of got it pre-set up. We're going to pop it on here, and then we'll show what it looks like. So at this point, we've installed the intercooler heat exchanger, and it went on pretty easy. We haven't done the hoses yet, and I do need to vacuum check it to make sure it's leak tight. But it is installed now. We've run into a lot of problems installing the heat exchanger for the transmission, or the transmission cooler. Lots of things in the kit didn't work right, so we're having to come up with solutions. I still haven't found them all. Also, I need to get some Adele clamps to put up here. They are not in the kit, and I want to put them up here to secure this hose. So I'm going to get all that done tomorrow or the next day, and then we'll come back and work on this some more. The next thing we'll be doing is some work with the pulleys once we do finally get all this put together. So that's it for this segment. So thanks for watching. Tschüss.